Fly tipping has surged 38% in England since 2010, according to campaign group Unchecked UK, based on analysis of local authority data. This comes as absolutely no surprise to anybody who over the past decade has noticed the increasing tendency of local authorities to use waste collection as a cash cow. First of all, they reduced bin collections from weekly to fortnightly. Then they started charging 50 quid to collect your garden waste. Then they started charging you at a tip for disposing of DIY waste. Then they started restricting access to the tip by making people book a time slot in advance. At the same time, they ramped up charges for collecting bulky waste like old furniture or white goods. Getting one item collected will cost you £50, 4 will cost you £100, 7 costs £150. So it's no surprise that if you drive around the poorer areas of any town, you see front gardens and street corners littered with old mattresses and fridge freezers. Local authorities are flagrant in the way that they extort people with regards to waste removal, and when people feel like they're being ruthlessly ripped off by their council, it's inevitable that some of those people are going to have absolutely no qualms about breaking fly tipping laws. We're all being battered constantly, all day, every day, with aggressive advertising targeted specifically towards us based on our online footprint. We're surrounded by a white noise of innumerable businesses telling us to buy their trash. Quite apart from the anxiety this causes, we've all got to deal with the despicable strategy of planned obsolescence employed by most businesses trying to sell us their product. Businesses purposely designing their products with a limited lifespan so they break and you have to go out and buy a new one. And we blame ourselves when things break or fall apart, assuming that we didn't try hard enough to look after them properly. When in reality, when things break, it's because they have been disgracefully engineered to do so. We're constantly forced to replace our old stuff with new stuff and pay through the nose for our old stuff to be disposed of. We're being ripped off and exploited by money-grubbing immoral commercial enterprises. So is it any wonder people start dumping their old TV by the side of a dual carriageway? And after decades of unregulated open-door immigration, our towns and cities are filled with people who couldn't care less about this country and aren't in the least bit bothered about our shared environments being tainted with mounds of trash. Fly tipping is a consequence of ubiquitous corruption, greed and dishonesty amongst this country's political and corporate elite. They turned our country into a rubbish dump and made us all pay for the privilege.